Alrighty, folks, we're going to break down 5 stocks in this video that were bought up big time by the insiders this past week. We'll break down the stocks, how many shares were bought, the dollar value, of course. We'll break down the charts here as well. So if you find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, you might as well follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. Let's not waste any time and actually pull up the first stock here, which we'll break down the charts later in the video for all these stocks, guys, so make sure you all stick on throughout. But first, I want to break down again all these stocks, how many shares were bought, and the dollar value of the buys. Let me pull up the first stock here and move my head down here to the right. Bear with me, guys. So the first one here is Occidental Petroleum, which you guys may or may not know this company. And if you do know this company, one investor pops to mind, or a company or a holding company in this case, which is Berkshire Hathaway, which Warren Buffett, you guys know Warren Buffett, yeah, he owns Berkshire Hathaway. That's his holding company. So they bought a whopping, are you guys ready for this? Let me zoom in a bit so you all can see. They bought a whopping $312 million of Occidental Petroleum a couple of days ago. I believe that was on, let's see, the 19th of December. So they bought the company, the holding company, they bought 5.1 million shares at $60.22, and that was an increase of 2%. That goes to show how many shares they own, that a $300 million purchase only increases their holding by 2%. Unbelievable. They already own 243 million shares, and if you guys look at all these buys, all of these buys are by Berkshire Hathaway. Look at all these buys here, guys, that have been made over the past couple of months. Actually, these are from the past couple of years, but either way, really the past year or two on this page. So yeah, either way, they're buying a bunch of Occidental Petroleum, and they just put another massive buy of $312 million, and that's after 11 days ago, they bought, let's see, $588 million worth of Occidental Petroleum. If I zoom in, you guys can see $588 million. That was an increase of 5%. They added 10 million shares at $56.16 per share. So that's stock number one, Occidental Petroleum, massive buy there by Berkshire and Warren Buffett. And the second one here, guys, is Chipotle Mexican Grill. Looks like here Greg Engels, the director, one of the directors over at Chipotle, about a week ago, he bought, let's see, about at $2,000 per share, $2,200 to be exact, pretty much. He bought 877 shares, and that's an increase of 83%. So that's actually a huge addition to his position. That was a $2 million buy for that director. Again, Greg Engels is his name. So he bought about $2 million of Chipotle Mexican Grill stock. And that's after we got some sales, it looks like here. The COO, the day before Greg Engels bought, COO actually sold about 43% of their position. It looks like Scott Boatwright is his name. He sold about, let's see, $3 million of stock. You guys see it right here, $3 million. That was a 43% decrease in his position. Or he sold around, let's see, 1,300 or exactly 1,300 shares, which is pretty intense if you ask me, guys. So the next one here is Dollar Tree. Let me pull it up and show you guys. Dollar Tree, this was a huge move by, let's see here. Let me see. Mantle Ridge LP. Looks like here on the 20th, 2 days ago, they ended up buying a whopping 738,000 shares of Dollar Tree at $134 per share roughly, and that was a $99 million move, guys. Unbelievable. That was an increase of 7% of their existing position, so they're adding to their Dollar Tree, and again, $99 million move, man, $100 million, 738,000 shares. Pretty impressive there for Mantle Ridge LP. And the next one here, guys, is Verrica Pharmaceuticals. This person right here, or this company, Perceptive Advisors LLC, they bought 1.2 million shares of this stock. 6.2, they already own 6.2 million, or that's their total ownership, and they increased it by 24%, adding $7 million to their position. So $7 million move, in Verrica Pharmaceuticals at $5.63. And this is after all these sales here. Holy crap, guys. These came in November from the CEO, the CFO. Looks like a lot of these C-suite executives, they were selling out in droves a couple of weeks ago, but now we have Perceptive Advisors LLC swooping in and picking up $7 million worth. And the last stock here, guys, is ASA Gold and Precious Metals Ltd. $3.5 million of stock was bought here by, let's see here, guys, Saba Capital Management LP. They bought at $15.94, 223,000 shares, and they own 3.2 million shares, or they owned that, and they increased their position by 7%. So pretty big buy there, $3.5 million by Saba Capital Management and ASA Gold and Precious Metals. So let me actually go back to Thinkorswim, guys, and look at some of these stocks and see how beaten down they are, or maybe not. Let's see how they are looking on these charts here. Give me a second, guys. So Occidental Petroleum and energy stocks in general, they've been beaten down, no doubt. Looks like Oxy's down from 67 down to about, well, it hit 55 a couple of weeks ago. Now it's back to about 60. So clearly Berkshire is taking advantage of this dip. It's down about 10% from recent highs. And on the 1-year chart, you guys can see, or maybe on the 3-year chart, it is down even more. Recently, well, maybe not so recent, but back in August of 2022, it hit $77. So it's down $17 from that point, or around, let's see, 20% off of that high. So Occidental Petroleum down a good chunk from the high. Looks like, again, down 10% in the past couple of weeks. Berkshire sees opportunity in this dip. Let's see the next stock here. What was it, guys? Chipotle, right? Chipotle Mexican Grill. This one, funny enough, is actually up a lot recently from the last earnings report. They were at $1,800 back in the end of October, it looks like, and now they're at $2,300 per share. So the stock's up around 30%. And again, we got that big buy there by one of the directors. So yeah, this one's at all-time highs, and we have people buying at all-time highs. I don't necessarily like doing that. I don't agree with that, but that is what's happening after all, guys. And Dollar Tree is one that we all probably know already is down massively. It is, it has been rebounding, which is nice. It hit $100. Now it's at $136. So it is rebounding, but it's still off the lows or the highs, by a long shot. 177 was the high, it looks like, from April of 2022 on the 3-year chart. And the all-time high was 177. So we're actually down a good chunk here, it looks like. That is the all-time high, right? 177. So we're down about $40 from that, 22%. So yeah, it looks like, honestly, the time to really buy on Dollar Tree, with the benefit of hindsight, of course, was in this range right here, $110, $100, $120, right? But even here in the 130s, guys, could be an opportunity if you have a long-term vision on Dollar Tree. Who knows? Looks like clearly that person does, or that company does. They bought $99 million. Unfreaking believable. So the next one here is Verrica, which I don't know much about, but this is VRCA, the ticker. Looks like this is up big time over the past couple of weeks. Maybe they got some FDA approval or something. I don't really know. But it's up a lot, but still off of the highs, about $1 off the recent highs here. And the last one was ASA. Let me pull it up and show you guys this one. ASA Gold and Precious Metals. This one's pretty beaten down. This hit $12.80 a couple of weeks ago. Now it's at $15.80, so it is up a good chunk, but still under the lows, or I keep saying lows, the highs from a couple of months ago where we hit $17.75. Let me see where we were a couple of years ago. Yeah, $25 pretty much. So there could still be some value in ASA. Clearly, that company thinks so, that bought more stock in this, in this particular company. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And full disclosure, I don't own any of these stocks. I'm just breaking them down because it's interesting looking at what a lot of these investors or the firms, holding companies, with a lot of money. It's interesting to see what they're doing, and maybe I'll do this video every single week. Do you guys like this type of content? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. You might as well subscribe as well. And guys, get your free money from Moomoo. Open up your account using that link down below and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000, and fund your account at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, each of those up to $2,000 as well. So 15 free stocks, each up to $2,000. Use that Moomoo link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.